Alright, I have never played Khemia, Alchemists of Al-Revis before. Playing this on the PSP version to make it capture the stream as smoothly as possible. I looked into it, I'm using the PPSSPP emulator. As far as I know, there are no compatibility issues with that, but I'll keep an eye out for it. I could always buy a PS2 copy, have it shipped to you, and run it through the FrameMeister. But I think this should be fine. Yeah, I don't know anything about this game other than it's a JRPG. Pretty anime-y JRPG, it looks like. My understanding from reading some discussion about this in our Discord that this is part of a series or a spin-off from an existing RPG series. Teddy bear, floating magic girl. Half spin-off, okay. And this is a series in its own right, sort of? Or at least there's a sequel to this, right? So I saw Khemia 2 as a PSP title. One sequel. Okay. We'll see. I have an informal rule of drinking alcohol whenever we do anything that's very anime, but we'll see exactly how anime the game itself is. So, while I did my video testing, there is a really weird option here that I've never seen before called Jumpstart, which lets you install the game to your memory stick in order to get the frame rate to improve and the loading times to go down. So I've gone ahead and done that because it's on an emulator, so it's not really taking up that much additional space. So that's turned on. I think that should actually make, if we turn that on, you can see that the title screen is now at a smoother frame rate than it was before I turned it on. Now, lazy versus BAM for the message? I'm not going to guess what that means. Don't play the anime cutscene again after I hit new game.
Who are you?
Doesn't look like it's going to, okay. Sulfur.
Sulfur? Are you all alone too?
Glorious mono sound. For the voice acting...
I see. Can I stay with you?
But not for the sound effects, interestingly.
Thank you. I'm...
Vane.
Vane is my name.
The loading screen. Like, what? Oh, this reminds me of another PS2 JRPG.
This is Al-Revis Academy, the place where they teach alchemy.
That's the subtitle of the game. That makes sense. Hey, sir, how's it going?
Oh, I finally found you. Can we talk for a minute?
Who are you?
Is this your mana?
Sulfur has a double ellipsis there.
Mana? Sulfur is my friend.
My apologies. Please don't stare at me with those terrified eyes. Do you... I mean, you two live here alone?
When we go into town, everyone is frightened.
I would assume so. People around here probably have no knowledge of alchemy. Your powers may seem inexplicable to them.
I'll have to play more Wild Arms at some point, Toshibim. It's not on the voting spreadsheet just yet. If you click on that link, though, you can see which games are on there right now.
Alchemy?
Oh, you don't know about alchemy either? This house belonged to a very famous alchemist, not too long ago.
Played 7 or 8 hours of Wild Arms on someone's subblock so far.
Really?
I looked at a comparison between this and the PS2 version, and they look pretty similar.
I see.
Do you know anything about this place?
I can't remember much. Only vague images.
I see. No wonder finding you was so difficult.
I see.
Already
Why
an
are
I
you
see.
here?
I see.
I see.
I see.
Oh my, excuse me, I completely forgot. My name is Zeppel Creever. I'm an instructor at the Al-Revis Academy.
Zeppel Creever. The most anime name ever.
Al-Revis Academy?
Protagonist one's very sleepy.
Yes, it's a school for young alchemists from all over the world. You see, I came here today to invite you to the academy.
Me?
This is FMV. FMV of him walking into the town. Hey, Ludifex, how's it going? I said Japanese as fuck, I meant anime as fuck. This is what Japanese writers will make to stick something sound like it's vaguely Germanic or English. There you go, Growl answer 3. It's actually doing pretty well. Probably win the vote soonish. That's been on the voting system for a really long time. No idea why that was a pre-recorded FMV. Crazy recorded in-engine cutscene of the characters walking around the facility. And you who sure are. Way to be the only place you could possibly be in the way in this, like, 100 tile room. What a bitch, she's Solver. Sulfur's portrait is considerably less anime than its in-game sprite. You're a homeroom teacher. Do you know where class is? I have no idea. Zeppel's voice actor does not look at all what his character looks like. Cat, a boy, and alchemy. That was a really quick bell sound effect.
My name is Zeppel Creever, your homeroom teacher. It's nice to meet you all.
You look like you're like 14, Zeppel.
Nice to meet you too.
It can be difficult at times, so please come talk to me if you need help. If I'm not too busy, I'll be happy to discuss anything with you. Now, I'm sure you're all tired, so today's intro will be quick and simple. And that's it for today. Classes start tomorrow, so don't be late.
Well, you're kind of say so, Toshi. Used to have a bead sprite wall back in the day, but my chair was way closer to the wall, so it was easier to see.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Gotta expand it a bit more with some more games.
Well, I was just thinking.
Now that we've played another couple years of it since I added it.
Well, I mean...
Hello, can you hear me?
Vane is like the sleepiest, most embarrassed JRPG protagonist I've ever seen.
I'm sorry. I was just feeling a little faint at heart is all.
Hello?
It's just an expandable green screen.
What?
Ugh, you finally noticed. Jeez, it's not nice to ignore people.
Sorry.
Who were you talking to?
Huh? Oh, Sulfur.
Aw, how cute.
Yeah, right, sir.
Is he your mana? He can't speak? How unusual.
Really?
Well, it's not like I've met a lot of mana either. This one's mine.
Second person who's referred to an animal as a mana. Is this like, oh, okay. I was about to ask if this is like
Hello, Jess.
his Dark Materials, but Daemons and that are almost all regular-looking animals, not crazy fairy people.
I want to introduce you. Come on, say hello. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
Mana of Wind. Do you have any spaces in your name?
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, you can go home now. What? That's all the stage time I get? Wait a minute! See?
The HBO
She
series
talks
is
normally.
pretty good. It's sort of like the Watchmen movie. I think it's a better companion if you've already read the books. I don't know if it would really work if you hadn't read the books before. Because it's kind of like a rapid fire.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh, but I'm really glad. You were mumbling to yourself for a while.
The casting for Will and Lyra are great.
I was
That's
worried
really
the
important.
guy sitting next to me was crazy.
Highly recommend the books, yeah. It's Chronicles of Narnia for Atheists is the
My name's
elevator
Jessica.
pitch.
You can call me Jess. What about you?
I'm Vane. Vane Aurelius.
Vane, huh? Say, are you doing anything after this? Want to explore the campus together?
Huh? You and me?
It's the closest thing to a Western JRPG is a novel.
Do you have plans?
No, but
Great. Come on, let's go.
So I don't think this is a artifact of the emulator. It sounds like the voice files have like a little clip at the end of them. They're probably less audible because I have the game volume turned down to stream, but
yeah, you're right. I'll do my best.
Vane, hurry up!
folks are talking about it in the PSP reviews. One's not even going to show up.
I'm
PSP version, they're clippy as well. Not synthesize. Orthodox male student uniform. Encyclopedia, student handbook. Go explore the campus with Jess. First week is orientation. Okay. Can I freely save? That would be really nice if I could. So there are save points I have to look out for. Your seat is so nice in the back corner. I hope we become good friends for the next 3 years. Is the original release in this game? This game seems like it's fairly late PS2. It's 2008, right? The visual style reminds me of like the original Paper Mario. Save points are pretty common. Okay. Same year as Persona 4. Wow. There's a lot of people here. At least between the two, okay. My god, Vayne is constantly blocking people's way. I've heard rumors about you. That's why there's so many people. It's the quest board. Every university has to have a quest board, right? It's the style of the character sprites, but the lady NPCs have soulless doll eyes. Thanks, Ratchet. I appreciate it. Music here reminds me of, just the opening thing reminds me of Mario RPG. Oh shit, there's a jump up. Student's tour. Clearly needs more butt rock. Customer, what you want to buy? I think it's because the male character sprites have, like, eyebrows. Their portraits look fine. Shops on campus where you can buy items. New products become available periodically. See what's new in the term changes. There's more definition in the PS2 version. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought this game was on PSN. I went to go buy it this week. I usually buy like a weekend or so out. So it's only available on like physical PSPs, which I'm not going to be able to capture. Then I went on Amazon to see if I could rush order a PS2 copy, and it was like, rush order June 14th. I'm like, okay. Ruled paper. Oh, bummer. Right, sir. I think most PSP games emulate just fine. PPS SSPP is one of the better emulators out there. Are you planning to be naughty with her? It's just German for a sheet of paper. Vayne is quickly ramping up to be the most clueless JRPG protagonist I've ever seen. Because he's got room for an arc. And even his portrait just looks constantly puzzled. Her face is a little clearer, right? You can kind of see she's got an eyebrow over it.
I'm so tired from walking so much.
I think I should go back to the dorms soon. Hey!
The guy's a walking animation.
Are you Vayne Aurelius?
That's right.
Do you know him?
No, not at all.
Are you sure this is him? He doesn't look too bright to me.
Who cares? His name matches. It's good enough for me.
Whatever. Let's just take him already.
Do you want something?
We're supposed to take you back. Come on, hurry up.
Huh?
Hey!
Stop right there!
Flay, I don't have time to deal with you right now.
Flay's music.
Don't get in our way. I want to go home already.
Then don't interfere with me! Hey, you two!
Who? Us?
These characters and voices are way too deep.
Yes, you! I already got you two booked!
Booked? Like...
No way! We got here first. You can't do that.
Sure I can. We'll settle this like men. A test of strength, perhaps?
Bring it on.
Give it up. I'm pretty sure you can't beat him.
With your help, there's no way he'll beat us 2-on-1.
No way. I just had my nails done and I am not ruining them.
Song's pretty great too.
And the conversation continues without us.
Yeah. What should we do?
Come face the might of Flay!
Damn you! I'll get you next time.
It's, you can envision a meter. When that meter fills, I'm gonna go get alcohol. It's at about 70% full right now.
They ran away without a fight. A wise choice, I must say. Now that those losers are gone, come with me.
Okay.
What's going on?
We're going with Flay. Catch up.
Those two were Tony and Renee. You could say they're the peons of evil.
Evil?
You were almost kidnapped. Luckily,
Metal Gear?
I, the Flay, was here to stop them.
Yes, well, thank you very much.
So, where are we supposed to go?
Like most secret lairs, I can't tell you until we get there. Now, come on!
Should we?
Let's give him a chance. It sounds kind of fun.
I guess I haven't played too many games in the original Japanese or watched too much anime. Is the, like, mismatching the deepness of someone's voice to the character's apparent age a localization thing? Or does that happen in the original Japanese a lot too?
Oh, hey, Flan. Welcome back.
Ah, yes. I have returned.
Are these your new victims?
Not victims, comrades.
Ooh, a workshop!
Wow.
How nostalgic.
Surprise! This is my workshop. I call it The Flay Cave.
But it's not a cave.
How dare you say that?
30-year-old
What do you
bodybuilder
know
high school
about
students.
secret lairs?
What's all this
I
commotion?
guess Western high school fiction is full of people in their mid-30s playing teenagers, so.
Ah, Madame Erdentraud. What a perfect time to infiltrate.
19 or 20, so he's fucking ancient. Erdentraud.
Address me as vice principal. How many times must I tell you?
I show my respect by calling you Madame. Anyway, 3 recruits. That's 4, including me. So is the problem solved?
Oh, but they're all freshmen, I believe.
That's right. Hopeful fresh meat.
I worry about entrusting freshmen to you. You'll put their futures at risk.
Nonsense. There's no one better to learn from.
I cannot allow this.
That's not what you promised.
Should we maybe stop them?
I'm Jess. Are you a freshman too?
Yep, I'm Nikki. He brought me because beastmen are rare around here.
Okay, Nikki's a beast man.
Tail is so cute. Can I touch it?
We saw her in the opening anime
Of course.
cutscene.
Just don't tickle me, Kay?
Yay! Thanks.
You two...
Then we will prove to you that we can do this.
Fair enough. When you fail, you'll have to give up. You have 2 weeks. Make me a necro cloth by then.
A necro cloth, huh? Fine by me. I'm going to hold you to this.
If you fail, your permission to use this workshop will be revoked.
Thought this was the Flay
Until then,
Cave.
it's yours. Keep it clean for your replacements. You're vain, hmm?
Yes,
me.
that's right.
Hear that? We have been confronted with many challenges.
It sounded more like you were the one picking the fight.
It's not picking a fight when you're defending freedom. But you heard the lady. I'll leave the necrocloth synthesis to you.
What? But we're not ready yet.
I have other matters to deal with. Good luck.
Flay? There he goes.
What was that about?
See, load your game data at your workshop. Save points are also located off campus. Ones that recover HP and SP, ones you can only save and load. Save. Next game. You guys heard anything from him? No. This school, you can claim a communal workshop with 4 or more people. Flea had this workshop last year, but everyone else graduated. Okay, he's literally been held back. I only have 2 weeks to make a necro cloth. I don't know anything about alchemy. What do you know, Vane? That... I don't know what instrument that's called. I've only ever heard it in video games. It's in several Final Fantasy games. It's in Mario RPG. Nikki joined your party. Sounds like an owl hooting. How could they be so carefree? Have fun, huh? Assignment. Al-Revis Academy, you'll have 1 course per week in your school life. The end of class will be an assignment. Depending on the result, you'll be given an A, B, or C. You must obtain a certain number of units per term to stay at school. That's interesting way to lay out the game, okay. What should we do? We have to make that Necro cloth too. Whoa, they significantly advanced the size of this. Also, look, campus dungeon, because of course there's a campus dungeon. I'm shocked. Shocked. Of course there's a campus. Select the classes to take by talking to the clerk at Student Affairs. Give you a list of currently available classes. I love that it's a screenshot of the selection menu with the menu on top of it. Classes within our required classes you must take. Beginning, most courses are required. Reg to progress. Get electives, that's cool. To enroll in a course, you can't cancel it. Detention. If you don't get enough units in a term, extra courses become available. They tend to be harder than normal. Wings of Icarus. With every game's choice of a you got the thing fanfare. What's up?
The Dragon launch got canceled.
Because of weather? We're talking about it in Discord.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know if you
It's a bummer.
were watching.
I'm not watching.
Oh, unless I meant watching Discord.
It's too bad.
Big bummer. They're gonna try again on Saturday at 3.
Good for them for playing it safe.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and they were saying I
Hello.
lots
These are the
watching
courses
this
you
instead
can
of doing
currently
work.
accept. Would you
It's
like
not
to
just
take
the
this
weather
course?
where they launch, but they look at weather where they would, crash, not crash, but where they would land if they had to abort part of the way up.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's a wide area of weather.
Basic training on synthesis. Class begins in basics. The assignment will be explained in class, so please attend. Sure.
They're gonna try again at like
Head to your
3 o'clock
classroom on
Eastern on Saturday.
Okay.
So, everyone, do what you do for good weather.
Do what you do for good weather. Nothing.
Yeah, right. Because it's gonna have an effect, I promise. No.
Class on basic synthesis. It may sound simple, but it's a very important technique for alchemists. Ingredients for alchemy may be plain as water or rare as a valuable item. Or a rare and valuable item, okay. The more precious it is, the more expensive and dangerous. There's a class on battle training, that makes sense. So our Alchemists is the game series called Atelier? Is that how you're supposed to pronounce it? Is this like a region in that universe? They're just kind of exploring what the alchemists from there are like and how they're trained? School limits you to specific areas for safety reasons. Freshmen can't go to dangerous places yet. That's really convenient. Bring me a clear water, a blue petal, and a spinach herb. Clear water can be obtained at the faucet. Go cut some grass in the living forest for the other 2. Cooperate in groups if you'd like. Multiple worlds. Oh, interesting. Is it more of like an anthology series? Assignment start. It's just a French and German word for workshop. Okay. So they're all crafting focus they have in common? Like Sid, okay. I find that I'm definitely more and more keen on anthologies than making direct sequels to things. World map is now available to you. You can go to the world map from off campus. So how is time limitation working in this? I assume this isn't as hardcore as like Persona when it comes to opportunity cost, but like if I take one course, that's a course that I can't take if they give me multiple options. Time's only passing when the game tells me time's gonna pass. Clear water. So just visiting areas isn't going to get me in trouble, basically. Living forest. Start gathering up materials. What's inside? Hey, that's one of the things we need. Perfect. God, the victory fanfare. You found the item fanfare. Reminds me of this game called Pandora's Box. I want to say it was developed by Alexei Pajitnov, the Tetris developer. He got like contracted by Microsoft. Andrea had it. It's pretty wild. It's like 9 different types of puzzles, and it's this like world trekking theme. Tutorial for searches. You can find items in dungeons by cutting grass or inside treasure chests. Pack at grass and barrels by pressing the square button. During your search, time will move from noon, evening to night to morning. Can't walk over something, use jump, move around. Ooh, combat. Oh, good luck, Six Gun. That's a monster. If you touch a monster symbol, you'll enter battle. If you attack first using the square button, you get the preemptive strike. Night, monsters get more aggressive and more powerful. Have them go back to noon when you return to campus, so use that as a tactic. What am I supposed to do with monsters? We're gonna have to beat them up. Can you fight? I guess. I brought bombs. Oh wow, the combat screen looks way different from the main game. Cute koala club enemies. Whoa, sulfur transformed. That's so cool. Basics of battle. When an enemy is hit by an attack, the burst gauge at the bottom left fills up. Increases bigger if the hit is a critical or a weakness of the enemy. They are koalas. Yeah, I really like the battle graphics. Can you attack the same enemy, the target may be stunned. If they're about to be stunned, their card and the card gauge will turn red. Nice. Every attack against will become critical. That's a cool mechanic. Guard skill. Summon friend. Use the animal's heart to summon that animal. Gain hearts from animals of killing blow. Oh, I guess the tutorial didn't actually do any damage to them. Interesting. She's Beastmaster. Healing Echo. It's a time card, last 2 turns, heal an ally. Usable on the map. I don't want to kill it because I want to try to capture its ability here. Analyze. Damage with left arm sword, see stats, display HP and weakness.
Sulfur, please!
Good lord. Is Analyze, does that give you that information permanently for that kind of enemy? Heart Cracker.
1, 2, 3, and you're mine!
Jesus. Cool. Where for that enemy type, okay. Is there any reason to get the hearts of more than one of the same kind of enemy? There is, okay. You use their hearts as ammo, okay.
I win! Peace!
Just the ballpoint hammer. Oh, Aria Spirit Woodchip. It didn't look anything like a slime. I have no intention of cooperating with any other human. I want to wear your cat as a skin, is what they're saying. Ongoing course. What actually counts as grass here? Preemptive strike.
Go all out!
Ariel Mandragora. So I can tell which hearts I can get from the summon friend list. Kobold Knights. Alright, so since these aren't a bear, a harpy, a panther, or a kobold, that means that there's no reason to use Heart Cracker on them. Am I reading that right?
Sulfur, please!
Detectives a lot of damage. Okay. Thank you. I feel like that stun effects.
Sulfur, please!
Oh, that music's pretty cool. Oh, I should have done the heart attack. Oops.
I win! Peace!
Peace. So more people should say after they win a violent battle, peace.
I think this will give us leeway.
I want to burn through all their SP here. Just throws bottles at people, yeah. They're bombs, please. Like Knight.
We're done.
Fast kill.
I think this will give us leeway.
Blow gets extra XP. Okay, good to know. I did not notice that. Really heal out of combat after this fight here.
I win! Peace!
Peace. Here we go. Healing Echo. Wild meat. Cuttable grass will always be in the middle of the map I'm walking through, right? Not on the edges. Here we go. We got all the ingredients now. Is there any reason not to explore more? Time's passing just while I'm here, looking around in real time, or like in exchange for events like battles and grass cutting.
I'm gonna go all out.
Yeah, so it's the kind of game where your ability to recover resources isn't trivial.
I win! Peace!
At least you're still. It is trivial under normal circumstances. Okay. Is there any inventory limit? Is this a randomly generated dungeon that we're in? Tracks hours are unlimited hours in a week. Certain classes only give you a certain number of hours. Interesting. So I can spend as much time as I like on this one in particular because it didn't give me an hour limit. Is it worth grinding a bit? Is the game expecting you to do that a little bit? In this case, hours passing is just determining whether it's daytime or nighttime, right? Which affects how aggressive the enemies are. I think she has enough SP to cast Tart Cracker again, right? Stat boosted night. Is it just strictly worse to fight them at night, or do you get an increase in rewards for fighting them when they're more difficult? Kill the adorable koalas. Does her summon friend ability consume any SP? And does she keep those friend souls, friend ammo indefinitely? Or only in the dungeon that you're in currently? Oh, what kind of game is it, Leon? I didn't see that post. Yeah. So it uses the hearts that you earned. Do you keep them forever, though? 6 hours have passed since the search began. A kingdom for a map, but... Whoa. Don't press the right trigger. Got it. Oops. Wave-based asteroids game with crazy power-ups. That's cool. Is there a max stack on them? I think I should try to fill those up every time I'm taking her out.
We won!
99? Okay. Will she eventually expand the kinds of hearts she can gather? Now she's got like 5 creatures. So what does AP actually do? Something you have to spend in the crafting system? Or is it like XP? Right, the collar is his weapon. I guess that makes sense. Wooden club. Strictly better. So it doesn't have a giant set of testicles on the top of it. Which is either an upgrade or a downgrade, depending on how you feel about it. Whoa.
What the hell? Where was the warning?
Bear! So she doesn't have enough SP to capture it. What an animation. I get like an insta break out of that, okay. And any attack on a broken enemy is guaranteed to crit.
Sulfur, please!
Nice. Oh god. Okay. May have been a bad idea, I guess we'll see. Let me try to kill all the ads. See if I can stun lock the bear.
Come on! Yep. One more. Last one.
Slow? How dare you? Energy Dune.
Come on! Yep. One
decide if I should kill the ads or if I should go for the guaranteed analyze crits on the bear. So the end of his SP.
Sulfur, please!
Bear lockdown, please.
One more. Last one.
Ice Rain's a dot, technically? I don't think I realized that. Right. Too bad I couldn't capture it. Pretty sure I didn't have any SP recovery items I didn't know about. I do, so it adds the cards to the turn order. Interesting. So it's not so much a dot as is it being targeted on a specific character, or does it retarget every time it gets a chance to go there? Random. It's a unique way to do it, I like that. Glacier Stone, Wild Meat, Wood Chip. Don't think I can risk fighting one of these things again. No freshmen beyond this point. Roger. So now it's nighttime and the enemies are more aggressive. They get way faster. Do enemies respawn when you come back on a second trip? What's the death penalty in this game? Checkpoint, load your save. Oh, respawn, okay. We weren't kidding about them being faster, yikes. Or do they just move around faster, or do they actually like actively try to attack you? Wings of Icarus. Yeah, great start. Wings of Icarus automatically cuts it to noon, so if you wanted to keep exploring, you could just Wings of Icarus and go back, provided that your current course doesn't have a hour time limit, right? And the week doesn't progress until you turn in the course. So I could potentially spend unlimited time in the forest, provided that I warp out when I need to heal. Not that I'm going to do that, I'm just trying to see if I can explore it all the way, outside of the areas it warns freshmen not to go to. I need more koala souls. Heart sweat. I think by heart they mean soul. I think I'm literally cutting out their hearts. Each time I use that, it effectively gives me 2 spirits for use in a future fight. That's kind of a cool mechanic. Spend a limited resource now to get a different limited resource for later. Oh, some of the bag items respawn, that's interesting. Sort of powder hammer. I want to fight a bear again so I can charm it, but I'll wait. $100 coal.
I think this will give us leeway.
We won!
Good job.
I think this will give us leeway.
Plenty of opportunities to seduce bears later. Save the rest of your SP for the chance of running into a different enemy she can capture. Burst your memory by default. How does the burst mechanic work? It's just increasing your overall damage, or once it fills, something good happens? Seems like it takes a while for it to fill. Yeah, it's interesting they teach you about it in the first battle. There's no way it could become relevant in that fight. Boss fight mechanic. Rude. I do like the initiative system. It's cool to put attacks on the initiative bar. But it's like, they're not bound to the character that casts them. Sometimes I've seen games that have an initiative card system like this, but you end up like charging a spell and it doesn't go off until later. It's a neat idea. So bear fights long enough. Sure.
I win! Peace.
Peace. Uniball. The problem with leaving it alive is it. If I have to trek back at nighttime, I'm gonna have to deal with it.
Huh, we're done.
Fast skill. You get bonus AP for a fast kill, I take it? Or any of those little pop-ups are all bonus AP? In the atelier? Puppy paw gloves. Okay, it's a status menu for equipment. HP up. Oh. That's an enormous health buff for just doubling her health. So would time pass if I just like stood completely still on the map? Juked. So many branching paths. So you can get accessories that double your health though. Public river. Use clear water wisely. I think the biggest thing working against this game is that I don't think it needed to be 3D. Like the 2D combat sprites look really nice. I'm sure that looked a little bit better on the PS2 and the PSP, but still. It's not really... Graphics aren't really ever important to me, though. I don't think it's really getting in the way of the gameplay. Can I use ingredients like these? I'm wondering if I said, you know, use the cure water wisely, that I could use it here. It doesn't look like they're activatable here. Bonus stream says up by the live split timer if you're ever curious. Can't do anything here yet. Okay. Not as much of a difference between the sprite graphics and the world graphics. It's really interesting. I don't think it's an emulator problem because the battle graphics look fine and sharp. I guess I saw one post that said something about the environments looking kind of like blurry and mushy. Oops. Waterfall's new. There's an invisible one? Whoa, what's that all about? Oh! Oh. Got it, okay.
Close.
Not invisible, but temporarily out of the fight.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
This is getting close. That was pretty.
Right. At least her heal spell on herself makes more sense now. I want to get on there. So there's more stuff in the southeast there. I do like the percussion in this song.
I'll do my best.
Rhythmic jumping finally punished me. Ow.
We're done.
This is exactly the thing I was worried about. Okay. So you have infinite usage of the Wings of Icarus. That's cool. Would make one more delve to go down the other path that I skipped in the forest and then progress horses in the story. Mostly want to get the pickups. It seems like that's what this game is about, those ingredients more than anything else. So I'm assuming I'm not going to have the luxury to have all this free time for long. So part of the idea is that some of these areas that are blocked, I'll get like a course in the school later that'll teach me how to get past it. There will be more free time later. Okay. This will be my last trip then. Grass stays cut, that's interesting.
I'll do my best.
So they just like won't cast waterfall during the day. That's interesting. Okay, I was expecting the time limited stuff to be the norm. Just thinking of this similar to Racketeer.
We're done.
Series normally is more like Racketeer. Interesting. Part of this song reminds me of soundtrack from Maximum Carnage, Super Nintendo Spider-Man game. It's done by Green Jelly. Glad you're enjoying it. Thanks, Tom. I've got enough content that I'll be putting out at least one RuneScape video a week for, like, the next few years. So if you're enjoying it, you won't run out of content anytime soon. Millennium Tree. No freshmen beyond this point. Okay. I can probably take their advice when they say no freshmen.
It might get kind of hard like this.
Another bear.
Come on! Yep, yep! One more! Last one!
Of course, welcome to watch RuneScape as it gets published, Tom, but if you have any interest in seeing some of the other games we've played, if you click on that games link below the stream or in the About panel, there's YouTube playlists for all the other stuff we've done. Well, like I said, there will be RuneScape content every week, probably for the next 3 or 4 years. I'll have to make a will to say instructions on how to edit those videos together if I die before then. Be a coronavirus or something.
Sulfur, please!
Come on! Yep, yep! One more! Last one!
Traditional JRPG, Sophie's a hybrid. They all named for their protagonists then? Let's see. There's a 363.
Come on! Yep, yep! One more! Last one!
Don't think another analyze will kill it.
Sulfur, please!
Oh, actually, maybe it will. Oh, never mind. 110 total. I thought it was 110 per hit. Okay, good. Is there any way to stop those icicles? Is killing the ad that triggered them do it? Eventually run out. Don't want to kill the bear. The waterfall during the day.
One, two, three, and you're mine!
Perfect. The clean wailing guitar solo and the battle music against the random bear. These kids are fighting a fucking bear. Like, that's the direction they gave the composer. It's like, okay, that sounds intense. Bear hug times 8. Deal medium damage by comboing with a bear. Effect, instant kill. Oh, and it uses 1 each time? So that's a pretty good value to convert a berry. You get 8 uses out of it. I think there was one more path I didn't check, then I'll go ahead and Icarus swing my way out of here. Wait, it uses 7? Three out of 9. Oh, okay. I thought this meant this was how many I had remaining. Gotcha. How many I had remaining versus how many I would have left after using it. So you only get 1 use per berry you catch, I guess. It's not quite as good. Different amounts of hearts, like a palette swapped boss bear would drop more than a normal bear. This is actually where I got stuck last time, that bear that I avoided. I didn't want to fight at nighttime, so I might be donezo. Hit my dead ends. Alright, let's turn that in. Save first, I guess. The quest was to simply bring the ingredients to class, right? Not to craft something with them first. You guys figure out this Icro cloth yet? No? In battle crafting. Interesting. Racketeer has a tell you like time mechanics. Oh, I didn't realize Racketeer was inspired by this. It's like this, but with shopkeeping instead of crafting focus. Turn to Mr. Zeppel at the factory room. Faculty room, excuse me. The ingredients you wanted. Recipe for healing medicine. Healing pot can now be made. It's a really important piece of paper. Okay. Select the item to synthesize. I swear they referred to it by 3 different names there. Then select the ingredients used. Spinach herb, blue petal, clear water. Here an ingredient, use the cursor and press X to confirm. No unusual movements. Depending on the ingredient and the alchemy circle, the ether level may change. See the ether level at the bottom right. Also use a partner card that will help you synthesize. Press square during the ingredient selection and select a character's card. Circle to water. Do you always use a card? Is there any reason not to? There are many results, so try it out. Alchemy circles all water. E level increased. Finish putting in all the cards and this will be complete. Okay, this is all working on one item. Gotcha. Now synthesize an item. How do you know the element of the thing you're using or making? Use the cauldron in your own workshop. Man, Flay's workshop. Color the item card that's being added, okay. Assignment complete. I got an A. Luck with your next class, okay. Well, it's pretty famous around here, huh? Like the cherry blossom tree for orientation. Last minute, that bastard Flay got in the way. Mischief is afoot. WAV. I'm sure of silence. Ooh, scary. Someone's a triple question mark.
Hello. These are the courses you can currently accept.
Combat basics required.
Would you like to take this course? Please, head to your classroom on time.
Lore. Data's brother. He seems like a scary teacher. But his world map sprite is so cute looking. Do all of these games have these beast people? Learn to fight to prevent misuse and abuse. Alchemy can be used in different ways. Leia doesn't have to worry about that. Defeat a monster without our help. Make sure to pick one that you can at least barely beat. Expect a barely with about 2 or 3 of you. Platinum Pony. Bring me a shiny Pony ball. Nectar recovers SP, I assume. It's dangerous. Oh, it's a Phoenix Town. Okay. Power up. Take our current weapons and armor and remake them stronger. It does sound great. Synthesize weapons and armors in the Athenor room. Room next to our workshop. So it's like on the level of rare as Yggdrasil leaves and Dragon Quest, maybe? Guessing they're expensive to craft. This guy. Athenor. That's humongo. Scary face alert. Examine barrels, okay. Show me the tutorial. Weapons, armor, and accessories. Cannot use support cards. You can carry over ether effects of the ingredients of the created items. I don't really get it. Barrel examine text is a staple of the franchise. That's funny. Take this recipe. Wood chip, steel, and dirt. To upgrade to my cat's collar. Add it to the list of weird JRPG equipment, right? Books, umbrellas. Ragged collar. So when it says switch items, does that mean that each of these might have this list as alternate items? Like if I had found these pieces before, I could swap them in. Because I haven't, these are my only options. Okay. Ragged. Change the ether effect. I'm able to add lightning onto it. Did not have lightning before. Oh, I see. This is cool. Stun plus gives it a higher chance to stagger or stun the enemy. Kingdom for tooltip text on these. Okay. Generally prefer defense to hit points in most cases. It makes healing more effective. Look at your grow book. Grow buck? You don't even know about your grow book? Sorry, we're making you do everything. Whoa, it's like a sphere grid, okay. Tree system that uses synthesis and AP. You synthesize a new item, the corresponding group will reveal itself. Each group in the grow book has a few growth elements. Okay, that's what AP's for. Distribute AP, check the details of the element first. No matter how much AP you gain from battles, group must be revealed with the points to be increased. Don't save up the AP, keep synthesizing new items. So like, you need to spend AP to get new things to spend AP on? Back soon. His face is scary. So why does it say don't save AP? So how do I get to the grow book for... Oh, here it is. It's got its own option now. Max SP up, physical attack up. That's all I can do with that for now, right? Oh, but I have it, but I've never synthesized it before. Okay. Can I go somewhere to buy recipes now? Hooray! Her grow book, you mean? She has one for the ocean, it looks like. Doesn't look like it'll let me get to it, though. So I have to finish making the favorite bag first. So not everyone will have access to that in their consumable items. Okay. Student store. So how do I know if something is a item versus a recipe? Limited is a recipe. Basically, always buy those if I have the money for it. Are there any time-limited recipes in the game? Store, the cafeteria, and the nurse recipes. That's a homemade powder. All guy in the item shop is a recurring character. Interesting. They're recurring in the sense that Sid is recurring, where they similar looking character, but it's not literally the same person, right? Carrot Tato. Oh, I see. Let me cut straight to the world map. Japanese word for bull, Sage. Zettel. Okay, so I have the recipes, but I can't do anything with them. Okay. It's a pretty cool crafting system. Like that it incentivizes you to craft everything eventually. Size your weapons. Go defeat the target in a winds, corridor, mist. Spooky. Ooh. Now synthesize a crack hammer. Nice. PSP is not happy with this mist effect. So diligent to have a map. Oh, there are maps. Holy shit. That's helpful. Oh, that's cool. Reveals as you walk around. So presumably I already have one for the living forest. Go south. What did they add that? Is it in the like very first Atelier game? I see. Oh, you can also break the barrels. Okay, good to know. Nectar. Lovely bag. Favorite bag. Perfect. So that makes me excited to find recipes in the world. They affect where you can go in the crafting sphere grid. I assume so, yeah. I'm trying to make sure I have full resources for the boss fight, but I'm gonna do one fight, see if I can capture anything.
This'll give us leeway.
Scan them later.
We won!
Interesting. Just to slaughter them, really show up. Chain battle. Interesting. Reinforcements! It's a good chunk of my SP.
Sulfur, please!
Way too dramatic. Does that mean that they're vulnerable to sleep and curse or immune to sleep and curse on that list there? Break. I see. The boss is here. Is it a single enemy?
Uni!
Sea urchin, basically. Does that mean instant death is only able to be done against an enemy that's taken a small amount? Oh no, that means it's poison. Disregard.
All right! Come, come! Go flying!
Pretty good damage though. If you need instant death.
Sulfur, please!
Wait, did I kill it already? Oh, I did. Okay. I thought this was gonna be way more tricky than that.
Heal the wound!
Not worth the cost. I guess maybe it would be if they were weak against lightning. That's cool. She casts the heal and then there's an echo, so it's slightly better to use it in combat than out of combat.
Sulfur, please!
I win!
Targeting an elementally weak opponent majorly fills your burst gauge. Okay. 6 pony balls. We did it. It was pretty easy. I think the recipe crafting loop is pretty addictive. You know, like my cathartic milestones in games, right? Or your ultra significant rewards like Praxis kits and Deus Ex. It's not mad we beat up on its friend. Have there been recent entries in this franchise? Rise was just last year. What system are they typically coming out for? Early on PC? Sony and PC, okay. Set Model Legion Steel, okay. Ways I can get different elements, that's cool. So beyond the visual fidelity problem, which I assume is a PSP port issue, this game doesn't feel super polished. Like, it's still fun to play, and I like the core gameplay loop of getting the crafting materials and the combat. Is that just kind of a hallmark of the Atelier series, that they're more focused on the mechanics part of it? Or are the more recent titles, like, cleaner, for lack of a better word? Let's go to the classroom. In this case, it's not a big enough deal to be a deal breaker for me, or it's just something I'm noticing. Art to Student Affairs, okay. Cleaner, mechanics, and story are the focus in that order, okay. So don't ever expect a level of polish of, like, you know, Persona, which I think fails in the mechanics department the most, for me at least, but puts a ton of its effort into polish and visual style. Please show me your handbooks. Sweet. Obtained required units. Nice. Event. Yeah, I've been looking for a word to describe this for a long time. I think polished is the closest to it. But I've noticed, even when I was a young kid, that certain games had a feeling of officialness to them, for lack of a better word. Like, Square's games almost always have that crisp kind of feel to it. And then a large number of Western devs, especially Western devs making 3D games, kind of have messy looking, unofficial looking games. I think polish is the right word, but it doesn't quite capture the idea in my head. Clean, official. What should we do? Nintendo games are all extremely clean for the most part. You'll probably think of one that wasn't. Finish in the furniture sense. I could see that. Separate from polish. I guess in the furniture sense, but also in like the literal sense. Like, does it feel finished? Does it feel like this was the final product they wanted to put out visually, or were there corners that they had to cut in order to ship the product, right? I think there are some devs that are like, we want the core gameplay loop to get out there. We don't really care about, you know, little aesthetic choices here and there. As long as it works, that's all that matters. If the test cases pass, right? Whereas Nintendo, I don't think they'll let a game ship if it is an issue like that. Must lend you my knowledge. Drop off the lore beast at the old schoolhouse. There's an old schoolhouse here too? As an alchemist, you must gather each and every ingredient yourself, except the ones you buy from stores. I'm a busy man. I leave the fate of the workshop to you. A generic cloth recipe. Hey, necro cloth can now be made. Could be more important than the workshop. It's an interesting comparison, Aki. I don't need games to have that level of polish or finish or whatever you want to call it in order for me to enjoy them, but it's like, it'll get me over the hump faster, if that makes sense. Tuft. So a lot of the stuff that they give you recipes for, the recipe sometimes has a different name from the item that you craft, like the recipe that you buy in the world. I wonder if that's on purpose. Tufts are dropped in the old schoolhouse by a monster called the Lore Beast. I'm gonna go explore the new dungeon I just unlocked a little bit more before we go for that. How will I know when shops have new inventory? At the end of weeks, maybe? New chapters. Okay. So I don't need to be obsessively checking. Let's explore Wind's Corridor a little bit more here. Only the paths I've been down will be revealed on the map, and it doesn't have a "you're here" indicator. You can generally figure that out, I guess. The fucking tiger.
Coming from the sky.
Cyclone mana. So manas are like familiars or fairies or something? Does a tiger count as a panther? Interesting questions video games have us ask. Not that strong, turns out.
Sulfur, please!
Coming from the sky.
It looks like only Vayne and Jess have familiars. Do Beastmen not get them or something?
I win. Peace.
Tiger is a panther. Shit, I keep pressing
Try this anyway.
the wrong button to get the opening attack. I just noticed the mini ponies had pacifiers. It's cute. Rude.
We're done.
Gotcha. I guess all of her, but I was wondering if her like ability to befriend animals counted for that. You back out of the map menu, there's like a 0.8 second delay or something before it actually backs out. So I keep thinking it didn't accept my input when I press start again and then reopen the map, which is an instant load. Owl bear, okay, I get it.
Come on! Yep, yep! One more! Last one!
She might be able to one-shot one. I think I might have just barely more health than that. Whoops.
Sulfur, please!
Oh, bummer, it already wore off. Rapid move. I do like that that's like almost strictly better to use in combat than out of combat. It's cool.
Sulfur, please!
Oh yeah, he's not as nasty as I thought he was. Does that healing echo just pick someone that's low on health, or does it pick the person that's lowest on health? Oh shit, that was an accident. Damn it. I think I just lost all the progress I was making in that fight. I'm just not even want that to be an option.
It might get kind of hard like this.
It just completely resets. Lame. I guess I got... My scans are still in place.
Sulfur, please!
Seems bad. Oh, that's kind of cool. You guard, you can specify when you want to act again. It's a neat way to make guard useful. I was actually having that problem earlier where characters are acting out of the Eternal Direct Lake. I like that Analyze does damage as well. That's a nice touch. So I might get more bear hearts here since it's a higher level bear.
I win! Peace!
10 bear hearts. Okay. Gotta get more patient on that screen. So what happens is I press B, and then it takes like almost a full second for it to back out, and then I think, oh, it must not be B to back out, it must be start.
Gather! Win! Gather!
See how easy it is to flee here. About to die before I get a chance to. Lucky miss.
Coming from the sky.
Can't believe she didn't die.
It's getting close.
Okay, you're immune to getting into combat again for a few seconds. Good to know. See if I can craft a bunch of healing items later so I don't have to burn all my SP on it. I know I have the one, but I want to hold on to it until I have a bunch of them. After capturing lots of them, that makes sense.
Barrel.
I'm gonna go all out.
Trumpet Lily. The position of the enemies doesn't matter at all, does it? If someone's in the back, that doesn't make them more defensive or anything like that?
Sulfur, please!
Coming from the sky.
AoE matters sometimes? Okay. So you have to finish inflicting stun on an enemy before it takes its turn, otherwise any stun that you built up is wasted, right? It's kind of a reward for focusing an enemy.
We're done.
Just about every item in the game is craftable. There's less pressure to not use items or what if. Now, I'm able to make a basic potion, right? Is the potion itself used in future crafting ingredients? Or is it only ever raw materials that are used in crafting? I guess you could say, well, you could always make more potions. Kill jars. Don't worry, I'll find a way to be stressed out by it. Where there's a will, there's a way. Crafting instantly is nice. Are there missable recipes or missable ingredients or limited time ingredients? Straw doll. Okay, use that being in the status menu. Magic up. Does magic affect healing as well, or just combat damage? Healing with a combat spell at the moment. I see, so grass isn't necessarily a special kind of destructible, it's just the destructible that's in the forest. Here, the grass equivalent is boxes. I think permanently missable. Okay. Whoa. Run away!
We're in trouble.
That can miss. Good to know. Don't kill Nikki, please. Thank you. That's not good.
My powers.
I'm about to load my save.
We're in trouble.
Whew. Icarus wing, let's go. Yikes. Big yikes. Let me fix this real quick. Not that much. I have default settings for my webcam, but they're not helpful when Ben knocks the scissor arm it's attached to around all the time. Mass produce. So when I mass produce them, I'm opting out of adding any kind of like special effects to them, I take it. It's purchasable from a vendor in the next chapter. Nice! That's my dream scenario for missables in these kinds of games. Let you miss them, but if you miss them, give you some way to obtain them through like an auction house or a vendor or something later. Saved version of the recipe. Okay. So each time you make it, it overwrites your saved version, something like that? Cypress copper. So far, this game feels like a more rewarding Racketeer. The fact that the dungeons are authored helps with that. The fact that you're interested in all the recipes helps with that, I think. And you said the main series Atelier games are even more focused on the crafting element, right? I see, so when you make it for the first time, it saves that as your saved version of the recipe. And if you make another one, it asks you if you want to overwrite your saved one. Interesting. Oh, that's nice. It marks the places that you weren't allowed to go to. What's the little icons in the northwest and the far east edges of the map? It's like a little box. Elevators? Okay. Make brand bag. Oh, it's an actual upgrade, not a recipe. Since her basic weapon gives her magic instead of attack, is her basic attack a magic-based ability? I wonder if I should give her the straw dolls. Okay. Is there any way to know that for sure in the game? Or just intuit it from whatever stat their weapon boosts? I'm pretty much done in here for now. It said don't go to God's Scar, but let me check that other path real fast. More heal jars. I like that the AP system means that there's not a lot of benefit to just grinding over and over. Progress is still locked to story progress with when you get new recipes that let you actually spend the AP. You can grind, but why, right? Alright, grind for mats. Old schoolhouse. You save first. Kid me would hate the way I save my game. Although Kid me grew up with sharply limited saves. I only ever saved in one slot. I maybe made one backup slot if there was like a cool cutscene I wanted to watch again. Been burned too many times that as an adult now, though.
So, this is the old schoolhouse.
We're looking for the lore beast, right?
Yep, let's hurry up and find it.
Overspending AP? Oh, I see. That's basically what they're saying, don't save it. You're gonna get enough, we promise. Yeah, it's like the bear music, right? Also quite intense.
Let's do it.
Sulfur, please!
I think the grow book is a really, really cool mechanic. Is that something that's in most of these games, or is that unique to Khemia? If it wasn't for the power of Koala, you would have been in trouble. Hey, Legion Steel.
Looks so strong.
Yikes. in both Mana Khemia games. So that thing could have been hit by instant death, but it just happened to miss, if I read that right. Just break.
Sulfur, please!
Oh, they still have a good chunk of hit points, right on. I've had the recipes for them for a while, but I don't have the materials for them. Checked a couple times. I'm trying to progress the main story because I assume that's what unlocks the sub-ingredients for those. I think I need carrots for all of them. They all require paper. Five hit points left. Rude.
Sulfur, please!
Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Leave it to me.
Tool jars are pretty good. Okay, good to know.
Sulfur, please!
Clay puppets aren't the dangerous ones. Gotcha. It was the swords all along. I'll check again after this mission, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any of this stuff required. Maybe after getting that Legan steel, I can make something for Nikki. I only had the one that the computer character gave me, NPC gave me earlier. What's the thing that says cure?
That was dangerous.
Horn whip, nice. Again, since there's no time limit on this event, warp in and out of my heart's content, right? Oh, I see. By hitting them, they got de-stunned. Yeah, I need carrots to make the Zetel. The tuft is from this dungeon. Just to confirm, it might be possible right now because of the chest I just opened. Need a newspaper. Crack hammer. Glacier stone, Legion steel. Guess I could go buy dirt. And I guess I just got a gear. I think gears are purchasable as well. She needs paper and I can't make paper yet. So I could get her a hammer recipe. Are the materials sold in shops generally not findable in the field? I guess I found a gear that was in the shop. Just roll the glacier stone, that's fine. I like most of the music in this game. Oh, she sells carrot potatoes. Okay. Well, that makes that easier. Most of this game's soundtrack is really good, but I think I hate the university song. It's not quite the Deadly Premonition whistle, right? I think this is just consumable healing items. Yeah. Copper's defense resistance. Hooray! I have to pick from these options, right? Oh, and I can't double them up, that's interesting. Resistance is magic defense, defense is physical defense. What does a little light bulb next to an item mean? Oh, I wish I could just scrap both here. I gotta go back and make paper. Produce a completely different item in that case.
Meow, meow, meow.
It smells foul.
Okay, I'll help.
Flower. Ew, you can't lick that. It's not supposed to be edible yet. Make powder that's edible, at least. Salt can now be made, okay. Okay, I can't make any of that yet. Why would I use goat milk over clear water? These are various pieces purposes. Okay. So, okay, hold on. The reason I would want to make nice paper is so that it can inherit bonuses that I can then apply to whatever other things I craft with it. Is that how that works? That you, like, pass those attributes down or something? Just a bit no there. Why would I care though about like basic items like paper and flour? Like, I get it for weapons and stuff, but because it affects what you can pass down to the crafted item you use. I think that's the answer. Fruit bag. Now, if it says you could craft something else, is that worth doing until that icon goes away? Or does it not really matter? That necro cloth. Hooray. See if this works. Also thinking of a new item. Well, weird. Eternal Turnkey. So when I tried to change the first item, it completely changed the item I was making. AoE, okay. Or question mark, question mark. No uniform, I'm not at yet. Now, just so I'm clear, are these giving permanent stat boosts to the character? Or are these affecting the item that the node is associated with? I think it's the former, right? Okay. So this is how you level up. You have to craft stuff to get stat increases. So. Bump hammer. It literally is a sphere grid. Okay, gotcha. It's just the nodes are locked by crafting. That's cool. It means that you care about weapons even if they're no longer an upgrade. Kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy IX in that respect. I have both of those, but I don't have the ability to craft them yet. The wooden club is only better because of its attack and speed difference. Now that confers an ability and some other stat boosts. Probably the same for her. Blue means bad, red means good. What? SP seems really important. Okay, I think I'm good for now. What about Nikki's book? Her grow book? Yeah. Alright, it should be stronger now. No worries.
Got first strike. Let's do it.
Okay.
Sulfur, please!
We won.
Oh, they can get insta-killed? Interesting. Earthbound style? Man, I haven't seen that in enough games.
I'm gonna go all out.
Does instant killing them give you all the resources for having fought them, including AP?
I think this will give us leeway.
Makazi doll.
Sulfur, please!
Does it consume time as if you did the battle too? It certainly moved the game from I have no idea what this is to I have a basic idea of what this is. It's helpful. Especially for JRPGs, I think this genre is at a point where like it really has to sell itself and what makes it different from every other JRPG, right? I'm very motivated to move through the sphere grid in this. It's one of the coolest character advancement systems I've seen in an RPG, to be honest.
I'm gonna go all out.
I like that it's inherently kind of story locked, or can be story locked. They sort of had those in the original game, or I'm sorry, in when I say the original game, the first game I played that had a sphere grid, Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X had these lock nodes that you would get key spheres for, but I think it was kind of a half-baked idea. It wasn't fully explored. Is your ability to get an instant win just based on stat comparison or something? Is there a hidden level somewhere in the game? Okay.
We won.
Let's see. What's this orb here? I thought I saw the number changing as I was using them there. Oh, it does like an auto battle check. Okay. Why was it changing as I was using potions?
I think this will give us leeway.
So the main reason to fight enemies in this game, more so than for AP, is to get whatever they drop.
I win. Peace.
Maybe I was just going crazy. I'll try to watch for next time I use one. Seems like something that you're going to get automatically in your quest for drops and dash.
Barrel.
Yeah, that makes sense. Does this game have like super bosses that are strong enough to account for having a complete sphere grid, or if you're doing all the optional content, are you eventually just like steamrolling the game? Either's fine, I think. Fun.
We're done.
Sick. Updating Deepbot real quick. The Deepbot dev just pinged me that there's a new update out for the extension below. Start Deepbot. Super dungeon, but a fully maxed upgrade will steamroll most regular content. Gotcha. So we should have a decent challenge just kind of playing through the main game, doing the occasional side quest.
I win! Peace!
Peace. Shoot. Kill the kamikaze dolls first, if you would. Innocent System 14. Rainbow Level Forest Ruin, yeah. I think the composer in this game is just having a jolly time of it.
I win! Peace! I'm gonna go all out!
You got this. Probably heal after this fight here.
We won!
These unique items. Very exciting to find. Probably when I get to the boss, I'll warp out one more time and then come back and just rush it so I've got full resources. Delicious soup. Oh, and then the item you craft is different. Interesting. Some of these items are kind of expensive from the shop. Y'all wouldn't mind testing it for me, the Deepbot extension that's in the panels, either below the stream or in the About tab, should now be updated. In addition to showing you your SP, it should also show you your hours watched and your current rank. know if anyone has any issues with refreshing it. It'll also tell you how long until your next refresh. I've reduced the cooldown time to 5 minutes because I'm able to.
I'll do my best.
Cool. I'll also be able to add user info fields for each person. I have to decide what to put in there that requires a minimum amount of maintenance effort on my part. Excuse you. Probably don't want to be here at nighttime. Okay, let's warp out and come back one more time now they got all this stuff. Sorry, one sec. Trying to help Deep Butt out here. Green soup. What does this require? Salt, which I can make it. Okay. Yeah, you have to hit the little refresh button. Let's try to rush the boss this time, save resources. Bust open boxes, and I'll try to avoid encounters on the way there. Keep track of the number of times I open up that map twice in a row. I have very strong muscle memory that says if you try to press a button to cancel out of a menu and it doesn't work, start pressing other buttons. Like start. What error are you getting, McMahon? You can pass it along to the Deepbot dev. Or could you snipping tool it and post a picture in the feedback channel? I'll send a screenshot to him. You might need to refresh if you've had the stream open this whole time. The extension update like just went out 10 minutes ago. Weird. Well, if anyone else is in chat and able to check, let me know. It's in the panels, there should be a little refresh button. Refresh to see it now you're on cooldown, okay. I think Ravenon means refresh Chrome though, Mega Man. The button might not work if you're still seeing the old version of it. That's a really good question. I'll ask Deepbot. It shouldn't. If it does, that's a bug. It should have a little thing that tells you when your cooldown's going to end to try it again. I want the stuff in there. It's worth it. Oh, shit. Minimize resource usage. If I just use health, that's fine. Really? That's weird. If I refresh, it says last refreshed a few seconds ago, and then it says next refresh in 5 minutes. Or rather, it says in 5 minutes with a little hourglass. I'll post a screenshot of it in feedback to show what it should look like. Okay, well if you get a chance, Mega Man, if you can snipping tool it and throw it in feedback, I'll pass it along to the dev after stream. Just on the old version without the timer. Weird. Yes, please. Windows Shift S will let you do a little draggy thing to capture just a little portion of your screen. Best keyboard shortcut on Windows 10. It's locked. Okay, good to know. If you're watching the Khemia VOD on YouTube and like, what the hell is he talking about? I have a bot displays loyalty currency for voting for the next game I'm going to play, and been working with the developer to add an extension where people can check how many points they have without having to type any commands in chat. They just recently rolled out an update that adds a few more bits of data to it, and wanted me to test it. Figured I'd do it now while I've got people in chat live. Thanks, Mega Man. Excuse you. Hey, it's a first save point we've seen outside the workshop. Must mean it's a boss fight coming in. Got most of my resources, right? Oh yeah. Last battle went pretty well. I'm gonna go in that door in a second. I just want to see what's over here first. Oh, that's so mean! They showed me a door, but it wasn't real. Oh wow, that's really weird, Mega Man. I guess last, could you try logging out of Twitch and then back into Twitch? Oh, they tend to as well? Okay. Yeah, it said that earlier that they usually would recover your, or sometimes they recover your health, but I assume the ones in dungeons would not. Oh no! Heather, that's happened to me before. I remember I loaned Breath of Fire 3 to a classmate in exchange for borrowing Brave Fencer Musashi. And then I returned Brave Fencer Musashi to them. They're like, I'll give you Breath of Fire 3 back next week. And then the following week they moved away, and I never got either game. No. It's the worst. So it gets nighttime just by coming straight here. Wow. Never played any of the Atelier games. This is my first experience with them. I kind of like the core gameplay loop. Okay, thanks for helping, Mega Man. I'll pass it along. Curious what the issue is. That's really weird.
There's the monster Flea was talking about.
Voice acting, holy shit.
Do you think we'll be able to beat it?
We're certainly gonna try. We saved right beforehand.
No problem. Come on.
Wait a minute. I don't feel ready yet.
Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it! Hey, Mickey!
Let's do it. First try. see. Summon friend. I don't really have the koala, right? Pretty cool looking enemy. That's why you play with the Japanese voice tracks. I don't even know that's an option on the PSP version. Sure, I scan him before I go around casting elements. That hurts.
Sulfur, please!
Alright, that icon on the bottom, does that mean that this enemy doesn't like ice, or that it's immune to ice? It's a little ice with a angry person. Weak to ice? Okay. Oh yeah, that made the burst meter go way up. Gotcha. Go ahead and start healing though.
Heal the wound!
Ouch. The combat gets really fast paced later on. That's cool. I enjoyed the pace of it so far. We gotta get ahead of the curve here.
Right.
Free healing echo, which is a cool mechanic.
Here you go!
Even more anime? It's pretty anime right now. I'm trying to imagine if what more anime would even look like. I'm out of SP. Jess still has some though. How long does that healing echo stick around? Pretty good. Oh, it's his last 2 turns, okay.
Here you go!
This is my first time seeing burst fill up here. This just makes everything do more damage or be more effective, or does it have some other special command effect? Oh, it's almost dead anyway. Sweet.
I win! Peace!
Peace. Now synthesize flame. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that bosses dropped recipes, although can't dismiss this thing that says you can now synthesize item flame. The game's not frozen because I can make the item gain go away. Uh-oh. Start, select, D-pad, all the buttons. Maybe it was supposed to play like a fanfare once I unlocked it or something. Let me Google it and see if this is a known issue. 1 second.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Google, stop. Huh. Game freezing after boss is beaten. Yeah, I'm not able to dismiss it. I might have to reload my save. Game's not frozen, right? Because I can still open this item gain bomb. I'm trying to look it up and see if it's a known issue, if there's a way around it. Save often. I could try doing that. That's not a bad idea. Let's try that. Hopefully that doesn't fuck with my saves. Nope. Alright, well let's try just loading the game in general.
Who are you?
Boss wasn't terribly hard, so I should be able to do that again. These are all posts from long before PPSSPP. I think these might be issues with the base game. Ooh. I'll do some off-stream research and see if I can figure out if there's any way to mitigate it in the future.
There's the monster.
Do you think we'll be
I
able
could
to beat it?
buy the PS2 disc for the Framemeister and just try to rush to recreate my save.
Problem. Come on.
It's possible.
Wait a minute. I don't feel
A lot of the
ready
time I've spent here is doing stuff that isn't really necessary, like grinding. I could rush to this boss pretty fast, I think.
Hey, Nikki!
Yeah, right, Spiky? That's usually my experience. You have the fewest characters and the fewest resources. Like, Titanic Ant and Frank in Earthbound are really hard, as is Captain Strong.
Heal the wound!
Probably get here in about an hour, I think, if I really rushed it. We'll just see if it freezes again. If it does, then I might wrap early. I'll go ahead and still credit the time to the game, and then buy the disc copy of the PS2 version and rush to this point. That's a pretty sucky bug, though. Yikes.
Sulfur, please!
Can I use burst, maybe?
Here you go.
Oh, it did so much damage.
Come on. Yep. One more. Last one.
We'll try it both ways, just to test. I'll try killing it conventionally, using burst, see if the same thing happens, and then try it again without burst and see if it doesn't happen. It might just be this boss, or it might just be enemies that give you a recipe at the end. I don't know. The threads I found are a lot of people seeing it happen at the end of boss battles.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, once I fill the bar, it bursts it. So I'd have to stop casting ice magic, basically. Well, let's see.
Win! Peace.
Nope. You can now synthesize item. Flame. I just can't dismiss it. So weird. Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll keep the How Long to Beat clock at 3:06. I already owe this game an extra hour anyway. It's a longer bonus stream. I will buy the disc for PS2. I'll pop it in while I'm grinding fishing in RuneScape or something. I'll recreate the save. I won't have all the items, I'll just get to this point in the story. So we'll have less AP and fewer random item resources, but I should be able to have it ready for the next time we play it. And maybe I'll just kick this in as like a quick sub-block, or we'll just add in an extra 2 hours onto it the next time it unlocks a bonus stream. It'll get its discount though, it is still available for voting on the spreadsheet. That's a pretty major bummer. And it looks like this isn't, so my other option, I do have a PS TV. Let's stop the clock here. I do have a PlayStation TV, and you can download PSP games on that. You can like buy them officially, but from what I understand from Googling this is not an emulator issue. This is an issue with the like actual game. It sounds like there's just a chance. All the posts just say, yeah, whenever you get to a boss fight, save before it, fight it a few times until it doesn't lock up. So let's get the PS2 version. And we'll recreate things. Sorry, folks. Oh, and if you're watching on YouTube, the next time you see this, it'll be on the PS2 version and caught up to this point.